Welcome to Fast Draw 101. I'm Howard Darby, here in Cave Creek, Arizona, shooting at the WFPGA Arizona State Championships, shooting with some of the fastest shooters in the sport. So let's go find out what they can teach us about Fast Draw.
Shooters on the line. Shooters, set.
At most Fast Draw contests, there's a dry fire area. The host will let you know where it's located, and it's usually an out-of-the-way spot where you can practice your draw with an unloaded gun pointed in a safe direction. Some shooters never use it, while for others it's an important part of getting ready for their round. I asked these top shooters how they use the dry fire area. What are you looking to get out of it?
So when I go to the dry firing area, I'm just making sure my timing's good. I'm making sure that I'm popping my hip, pulling my gun up and out. I'm not getting anything caught up. And a lot of that's in my holster position. If I have any type of drag, I'll adjust my holster to where I'm not having that drag coming out. So that's the only reason I go to the dry fire area.
So when I'm dry firing, I try to keep my draw as tight as possible. The point of that is when I'm pulling, I know on a live shot I got a longer draw, so the mental mindset is to keep it nice and tight, and then it'll grow a little bit, but it's that feel of what you're thinking you're doing.
Keeping it real tight to the holster.
Yeah, and keeping it as the shortest stroke as possible. I mean, short is faster, and then drawing in a straight line.
Dry firing for me is a tool that I use to get out of my own head. I tell people, if you see me dry firing in the middle of the match, I've got something going on in my head. It's nothing going on with my draw. I'm thinking elsewhere. So I will tend to come off my line, go find a dry area, dry fire, clear my mind, and then come back, and then I'm A-okay into the rest of the tournament. I just find it's a good place to go out, clear yourself, get confident, come back, feel confident on the line.
I use the dry fire area as a place to make sure everything's in position. My holster, I've got my sleeves rolled up, and there's nothing in the way, and when I draw, that nothing's stopping me from doing what I need to do. Plus, I found it's a good place to get amped up, and what I'll generally do is I'll wait for them to say shooter on the line, shooter set when there's a competition going on, and when I hear the shots, I'll draw and fire. So it gets me tuned up with reacting and getting on a light, although I'm using the sound to do that from the dry fire area.
In the beginning of a match, I'll go to the dry fire area just to loosen up, make sure my shoulder and arm is ready, my back is loose, and that's pretty much all I use it for during a match.
Do you do it before every round, or?
No, before the first round, and then I'm pretty much done with that.
Several years ago, when I first started, I did a lot of dry firing like everybody. But as time went on, to me it became, it didn't really do much good for me. What I ended up doing when I do dry fire is I'll go up and just warm up a couple times just to get the arm loose. But what I decided was I want to explode off that light for everything. I don't want to draw unless there's a light to shoot at. That's how I feel I get my best results.
Well, during the dry fire, what I do in the dry fire is to the point where on a contest where there's a lot of shooters and you have a wait period between 30 to 45 minutes, instead of just kind of standing around, I just like to go in the dry fire area and just keep fluent, just keep the motion going, just keep my draw active from the last shoot I was in. I usually don't focus on anything than just keeping the motion. That's about all I do in the dry fire. Now, dry fire at home is where I'm using my laser, and I do that 5 to 10 minutes every day. And then on a weekend, I go out and I shoot wax. I just try to keep my body fluid to the motion of drawing the gun. When you're standing around for 40 minutes from one round to the next, it's like another day when you go out there and shoot. So about every 15 minutes, I'll go to the dry fire area, get my position, draw the gun about 5 to 10 times, stop, walk away, until I'm actually called to the line. So I'm just constantly keeping myself shooting. A short contest with smaller people, where you're shooting every 15 minutes, I usually don't dry fire at all, because the contest, each round is my dry firing session in the sense, but I'm actually shooting wax.
No time I want another 298 on 2. But a 292 on 3 beats out the 312 on 4.
I'd like to thank all the shooters I was able to interview for this Master Series, and hope it helps take you to the next level. Please click the links on this page to view the other videos in this series, or the links at the end of this video to review all the Fast Draw 101 videos.
No time 102, that was a long light.